All right, folks, I have got Tracy McAndrew here, and Tracy is the queen of ROCKNPOD. She's the behind the scenes that got so much coordinated, schedule changes at last minute and all of that stuff. Tracy, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's almost towards the end, so I'm hanging in there.
Right on. So, how long ago did we actually start putting ROCKNPOD 2021 together?
Well, we didn't get to have it in 2020, so we kind of put those plans on pause. And I mean, since January, we've really been going at it as far as trying to get the guests and all of that. And then scheduling, gosh, we had the raffle back in June. That seems like forever ago, right?
It does.
We had the raffle of the lottery
and it
for
was
all
like
the spots.
6 weeks ago.
I know.
Seems like 6 years ago.
I know. It's so crazy. So the scheduling part of it, since June. I mean, it's over 190 interviews this weekend that have been scheduled. Almost 40 guests, 32 podcasts.
Right.
And then about 30 volunteers, all their schedules. That's
right.
Me. That's my life.
And how often did the schedules change on you?
This morning someone canceled a volunteer, so I had to come in and just plug people into her spot as I could when I got here. So right on up till the end. And schedules change, layout changes. I mean, we've had it all.
Right. So this is your third ROCKNPOD that
I've done every ROCKNPOD.
Did you do the first one?
Very first ROCKNPOD.
The first one was such a blur. I don't really remember much of it.
Do you remember the Judas Priest parking lot movie?
Yes.
And those guys were there.
Yes.
We had Kiss Coffin.
Right.
We had Kiss Drums.
Well, the best part of the first ROCKNPOD was at the end of the night we did the All-Star Jam.
Yes.
And myself, my friend Matt Porter over here.
Kiss Room.
We did the Charisma.
Yes.
The All-Star Jam.
Yes.
That, to me, that was the highlight of the whole thing.
And you remember that rickety stage?
I remember that. I was on that rickety stage.
Every time someone came off and on, I'm like, Lord, don't let the risers fall.
No kidding.
Look at us now, right?
Right.
Look at us now.
And
it's a beautiful thing.
This podcast expo has grown exponentially in such a short time.
This year from the last one is huge. Every year.
It is.
I have a joke that every year Chris tells me, I'm not going to have as many guests this year as I had last year. And every year it's more.
Doubles.
Yes. Because he'll go, this year, don't worry. I'm not going to have as many people. And every time it's more. So I just learned to roll with it.
Right.
He keeps adding. And whenever the texts start with, you're going to kill me. I know we're getting somebody else. I'm like, okay, add another one. We'll just roll with it.
That's right.
You're going to kill me. And I'm like,
So out of 4 ROCKNPODs, is there anything at any specific ROCKNPOD that stands out to you as the person who has coordinated so much as better?
You mean as far as the processes?
Well, as far as the processes, the guests,
everything. We've just upped it. It's so cool to see so many people Chris has had on a wish list for many years that actually are now coming. Like it's somebody he had wanted for years.
They showed up.
Yeah. And then people like this year, we had tried to get Greg Bissonette on here for earlier in the year, and it didn't work out. In the last minute, it did, and now he's here. So
right on.
We have these last moment additions.
I got lucky because I caught him and Billy Sheehan out in the park or in the lobby together, so I got my picture.
Oh, you did? Well, there you go. So, see, you just never know. And yesterday, State of America was interviewing. They were interviewing Greg. Billy came in and bombed the interview. So it was perfect. Like
that's great.
Those moments that just is like, and so they were, very excited about that. So all that stuff, I love it when that happens. When you guys get to have a moment with people that mean so much to you.
Right.
Then that's why I do it. I want you to get all the interviews. I want everybody to have a good time. For it to be efficient, everybody to be on schedule and have fun. That's my goal. I know some people don't think schedules are fun, but to me, if you're doing what you need to be doing timely, you get to have fun and you're not scattered. And that's my goal. That's my goal.
Right, and I will say that at least for Ages of Rock, for today, the schedules were almost perfect.
Good.
Everybody was in when they were supposed to be. They were out when they were supposed to be.
Good.
We had one that another interview went a couple of minutes over, so we were a little bit late, which caused the next one to be a little bit late. But it's my neighbor Matt here, and he was,
You guys work
worked
together.
Out. It worked out.
Everybody's friends here, right?
That's right.
Well, I mean, all I can do is put it on paper, but you guys are the ones that make it stick to the 15 minutes and keep it on schedule. So I applaud you guys for.
Right. Well, I
know a lot of you have a lot on your schedule, but you guys keep it on time, and I appreciate that, and I know the guests do as well.
Right.
Especially, yeah.
Well, on behalf of all of the podcasters, I thank you for the effort that you put in behind the scenes.
If you guys are happy, that makes me happy. Yay!
That's right.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for your time, Tracy.
Well, thank you for having me.
See you next year.
See you next year.